Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a Wednesday edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. Right now, there's only one trade I'm currently in, and that is AYI as I'm talking to you. I took some just under 115, 29, and I'm looking for a push up to 116.50. I have a stop order in firm at 114.50 in case it hits while I'm talking. So if you hear a sound, that means my stop is firm, and that way I can pay attention to all of you. But if I see it start to edge in the corner of my eye towards this 117 area, oh hell yeah. Anyway, market came down pretty hard today, almost 500 points. A couple scalp trades we did when I came back from my break off this flag. Nice breakout here from 307. It's hitting that 310 spot up here on shop. Another one that we came into here and wanted to play was TDD off that 183 level, and it hit almost 185 for a point and a half to 2 points. So pretty nice little scalp trades going on. You can't scalp Netflix only because it's grinding right now. There's a difference between a move we can play versus a grind. You could say this is a grind, so this obviously you got maybe you can get 50 cents. I like to play moves where if I can get 50 cents to a dollar real quick because it's thinner. The only problem is when you deal with a thin stock, you have to either play with limit orders or because what happens is when you do a market order, I'll show you what happens on market orders. Um, so let's say you're playing shop, for instance, and you want to play that with 100 shares and you do a market order. Um, you see this market order? See how it gets filled up here? See that gap? So as soon as you pull the trigger, if it doesn't move to the upside, you're immediately going to be red, especially if they ask if the bid hits and somebody wants to sell. So you might be up here at 308.56 fills, and then bam, you're already at 308.42. And if it pulls a little bit, consolidates, you just have to be patient. But you can see it was a nice uptrend. Obviously, shop in the 300 range is a buying opportunity. Um, and TDD was a really nice one here, sitting here off the base of 183 with room. So I like those two. I liked AYI. I had a good morning with it. I played it from 106 area. I was able to capture it. I played it 3 times. Did pretty good. Made about $207. Then I came in here, played a little bit here. It pulled me back. I gave back some, and now I'm trying to get it back a little bit. So hopefully I'll still stay green on the trade. But we had a lot of nice plays today. I'll have to tell you, it was a lot of fun. We put together a really good list. I couldn't really find too much. Uh, what do you call it? Penny stocks this morning, or $3 or $4 stocks and under. Other than what the heck is this? Wow, this is yesterday's. Oh my God, he gave me. This is yesterday's list. Hold on, wait a minute. I know he gave me today's list because I wrote it down. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. Sorry about that. There it is. My bad. I apologize. Anyway, we played Umphy, SFIX, AIMT, um, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Activision, uh, Docu, RPM, AYI, Netflix, Shop. And Shop is right now $310.50. And just running to 312 now. Traders, if whatever, if you don't want it, I'm just telling you, you can't lose on trades like that. I mean, come on. If you're just waiting for their AYI, you could be playing 100 shares on the side and making Shop and TDD for 2 or 3 points. Okay, but I have to do a webinar, so I can't take it with you. But if I would, Jesus, they're only just obvious. VHC. Okay, um, let's just start with what I liked. Uh, you know, anything, just so you know, for future references, whenever you hear any news on VHC, I want you to see something on this stock. It is probably the most repetitive stock over the last 5 years that has been in a lawsuit with Apple. And I think it's Apple and, hold on, Apple, what is this? VHC. Oh, this is VFC. VHC. Right here. Oh, right here. Um, every 6 months, I swear, VHC comes out with news. And for years and years and years and years and years and years, they've been in court on patents filed against Cisco and Apple. I mean, it's mostly Apple. And anytime their news comes out, their stock pops. Oh, the court looks like it's in favor of the trademark, of the patent, of this, of that. Uh, Traders TDD just popped another 50 cents to a buck. It's up to you. If you don't want it, then don't have it on your screen. But bam, 311 is right there. Okay, so um, one thing you have to know about VHC, it's a standard short. There's nothing you can do about it. You just, whatever it pops to, you have to short it. And you can do it with size. And so what you do is you want to fill the gap. So here's the gap. See how it popped? So it would have been a great short after hours if you could have got some. And then this morning in pre-market, if you got some more, and then the yank. All you had to do was gap fill, I believe, to 540, 550, bottom curl, and then you can play it to the long side. In the end, this will end up floating back down and just kind of gap filling. So it was a good play today. It was on our notables to play. We also played a stock called AIMT. This one captured a $60 price target this morning. Really pretty impressive. And now we played this a couple times. I believe this is the peanut butter, the peanut butter. I don't know which one it is, but I believe it's the peanut butter one. And a lot of people are allergic to peanuts. And we played this several times. So today we went after this, and it had a nice after hours upgrade to 60. So for us, we like to gap fill it first. And if you look carefully, I had the gap fill come down to $21.50 right there, 21.50, and then bottom curl, and then go long. And the stock paid 2 points today. 21.50. There's your bottom curl. See how I called it? Missed it by 5 cents. 21.45. And it hit 23.63. Really a wonderful trade today. And it only took about 2 hours to get that. Really nice trade. The next one that we did was really nice was DocU. I actually was green and I got greedy and I overplayed it. And it's my only red trade today. A little frustrating, but I did call for a pull at open to 60 and under. I was begging the chat room to start taking the stock at 60. Right here, see these two right here off the ask, and I wanted 60 and any pull at the open, um, and then I wanted a pop. So hold on one second. And so on this one, I I wanted a 60 pull at the open, 60 or under, and then go long, and it did it perfectly right here. So if you played it, you made a quick point. And I was begging for this one um, on DocU. Another one that just seems to be slipping by is OSTK. Now, I have made it very clear in the chat room, any pullbacks in the morning get bought back up. And so if you see 10 or 10.50 and under, you got to buy the stock. I can't stress it enough. And this morning, one of our great traders, Brandy, I did not see her alert. And I think it's time to make her a mod. She's been here 2 years, but she was alerting the room 9.5. And this is why I need more mods to show me that, because Jesus, I would have took 1,000 shares and been done. I wouldn't have traded for the rest of the day. It is probably um, Um, exactly what I wanted. I mean, just wow. Phew, that was a good one that we didn't get to play, unfortunately. But hopefully the room is aware now. Randy's aware. Everyone's aware. You got to just scream at me if you see 10 and under. It is a buying opportunity. Another stock we did today, as we all know, AMTD, Ameritrade, and E-Trade are both um, doing free tickets as of tomorrow because of what Schwab did. These were great plays for us this morning. Janny Moore was in the chat room letting traders know to start buying the stocks on the weakness. They both pulled and gapped down tremendously because of Barclays downgrades. I had this long Ameritrade at 33 area, I think 33.50. I said the stock would go to 34.50 at the open. I also was long ETFC. I had this long at 34.50, and I said the stock would go to 35.50 to 36. And I wrote those both down here. This will be the last day we play with these, but here's ETFC 35.50, and here is AMTD 34.50. And both of them did exactly what we wanted at the opening. There's 35.50 and more, and here's 34.50 and more. So those were really good trades out of the gate. Another one we did today that we play almost every day, and I really love this trade. It's TDD. I know you hear me, the trade desk, over and over and over. Well, today, this was just this was just accuracy at its best. I mean, I didn't mess around. I knew exactly how to play it. The market was gapping down. I think it was 100 points, and I knew exactly how the stock was going to play out. And I actually wrote the pinpoints for each of the areas. So if you look closely on TDD, I said that the stock would actually pull at the open to 180. Once it hit 180, I would go back up to 187, and then it would sell off. And I want you to see it. Here's the 180. I missed it by basically a nickel, and the pop hit 187, and I missed that one by about 18 cents, but it hit 118 right there. I mean 187. Really a wonderful trade. The next thing that we did in pre-market that I walked straight up was Netflix. Now, I've been talking to you over and over about this particular stock and why I like this stock into earnings up to 290 and 300. What you have to understand about Netflix is, okay, what happened this morning and this massive sell-off? Okay, it was kind of like a misunderstanding, so to speak. This morning, Piper Jeffrey got on CNBC and really made it a point that they still reiterating their $400 price target, 440, I think. They would be a buyer into Netflix, into the earnings. I mean, the guy was just, he was actually hyping up the stock, but for whatever reason, investors started dumping the stock. To me, it stopped on a dime at 260. Your buying opportunity was right down here. Problem is you can't do market orders in pre-market with TD, Ameritrade, and a lot of platforms don't allow it. So it was just basically you had to just kind of keep playing with your limit order till you got filled. But I guided everyone and I told them this stock will hit 264. If you look at the chat logs, I cannot have stressed it enough. I will not sell. I had a limit order at 264. I regret that I let it go because it just went all the way up to 268 gap filled. I mean, there was just it was just an amazing play. I mean, I believe a trader in here, Khalib, scored over $8,000 on this trade in the last 3 or 4 days playing Netflix. So congratulations to him. Another trade that we did today was let's see, Netflix. Shop. Shop is one of our babies that we love to play in here. I really enjoy playing Shop on weakness in the market. Today, it's all about just understanding where the stock is going to go to. And so this morning it was gapping down, as you can see down here. So what I did is I wanted to call a pull at the open and then a pop. I think I put three. I want to double check what I wrote. Shop would probably pull at the open at 305 area, then pop back up. I wanted to pop to 313 and then a sell off to 305 and under. I knew we could get a nice sell off on the stock. So again, Shop is just a very wild stock. I love it. Problem is, it did not. It pulled to the 306, 305.95 right there. You could see it 306, but it did pop like I wanted to, but it only caught captured. I know 4 points isn't enough in our room, but once I wanted a little bit more, it wouldn't push, and it just finally said it was tired. And then the sell-off came to 305 and under, and actually it hit 300. This was a buying opportunity. You cannot shop at 300. Anything with a 300 digit in front of it is buying. Even if you bought 305, you still nailed 5 points. So either way, it was just a wonderful trade. Another stock that we did today was RPM. Now, RPM had interesting comments on on their uh, their earnings, and what I liked about it was pulling pretty aggressive at the open, but I wanted a gap fill, and I felt 66.50, maybe 67 would be in the cards, and it was right here. I believe it was RPM. RPM. I wanted 63.50 at the open, so I told everyone go ahead long the open to 63.50, and then take it down. If you look real close, I want you to look really close. I wanted the stock to pull to 63.50 at the open. I would prefer a 63.50. Then I wanted the stock to go to 67.50. I want you to look carefully at this call. After you have to be able to understand and read reports. And in pre-market, this sucker hit 63.50 and 67.50. You see that? And it topped off at 67.40. This is trading. This is what we do. This is why we're so good at what we do, because we read the reports, you know? And this was just a phenomenal trade. And it actually went even higher. But the trade of the day, there is a trade of the day in here, and it goes to one stock, AYI. I got up, I read the report, I played this 3 times, and I want you to see how I wrote this. I said to buy the weakness, add on dips to 100, the stock will go to 110 at the open. And I eventually wanted to hit one. I think I even said to the traders in this great room, okay, this is down 27 a share. I want you to long the stock to 113 to 115. If it pulls to 100, don't worry. Get it up there to 113 to 115. I could not be. Between the Netflix trade to take it long at 260 area to 266 to this trade, you didn't need to trade anything more for the rest of the day. These were just laid out bomb-ass trades. And it all because I took the time to understand what Netflix was doing this morning. And then I understood and read the report. I did put a cautious outlook. So the stock was not going to gap up. It wasn't going to gap fill, but it certainly was going to make a nice move to 113 to 115. And you want to see the play of the day? Look where it ended up going. If you had longed it in our chat room, in just the first few minutes, you would have got 112. You see that? Just by buying it when I told you to, you would have got 112. That's a 9-point trade. And look where it ended up going. 117. Because we longed it into the call. The CEO got on and he did his job. Remember when we always tell you that we're the only room that plays conference calls? This is a conference call play, right? When the conference call plays and the stock is down 29 points, like this was, okay, long the call. Isn't that beautiful? This was the play of the day. So today we traded probably on our books, I don't know, 100 points, 150, 125 points, 130 points available to us. And then we had some really good alerts, I believe, in the room. Fun. This was a wonderful trade in the room. Pop and drop. They had talks with Six Flags Magic Mountain, which, okay, whatever. And then a pop and drop. I thought once it broke this 6250, I told everyone it would go to 61 and under. It actually gap filled, and then the long was here off that double bottom. Another one was Real Trader notified the room, UVXY. He overnighted this, which I want to give him props. He felt the market was going to continue declining, and he overnighted and sold in the morning. But it ended up going up to 31. So I thought that was a pretty gutsy call. With the market gapping down, or market selling off 300 yesterday, I didn't think it would sell for another 500 today. But hey, just gave us all opportunities. And the only stock I'm still in is AYI. I think I'll close it out before. I'm in green right now. It keeps trying to break out. I'm trying to hit 116. I'm currently showing I'm only up $34, but it's better than red. So, but the spreads just keep opening up. So I'm thinking I hit 116, I can still sell it. So we'll see what happens. Get some of my money. Other than that, wow, it was an amazing day today. A lot of work, a lot of research went into today's notes. Don't forget I can't stress it enough, on October the 13th, right here at 10 o'clock in the morning, I will be doing my long-awaited one-on-one strategy class. I will be live, like I'm in a chat room, and there'll be a handful of traders in here, and a lot of people have been waiting a year and a half for this. It is $4.99 to join, but this is a 2-hour session of getting in my head from start to finish. What I look for, scans I use, how I use, what I look for. You do get 1 free month into the chat room, and it is recorded live. This is actually a webinar where moderators from different rooms will come in here and just listen the shit out of this. This is a pros pro lesson. This is how pros learn. This is just next level shit. Trust me. I'll blow you away just in the first hour. But anyway, you'll love it. And you get 1 free month. If you're an existing member to the chat room, and when your payment comes in, we actually refund that money back to you. So you really end up paying almost, I think, what, 200, like $300 or something like that for the class. So and then you get all the recorded versions as well that we put back. So just want to let you know it is going to be on Sunday, October 13th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So that's that. Other than that, enjoy yourselves, and thank you for listening to our great webinar. I am AJ Trader.